The Nintendo Switch 2 is poised to change everything we've come to expect from hybrid gaming consoles. As the countdown narrows to the official reveal, all signs point to a massive leap in performance, driven by a brand new chip made specifically for this next-generation system. And unlike its predecessor, the Switch 2 isn't relying on outdated mobile tech anymore. It's stepping into a new league altogether. At the heart of this change is a powerful collaboration between Nintendo and NVIDIA, resulting in a custom silicon designed from the ground up for gaming. This isn't a rehashed smartphone chip. This is purpose-built hardware, optimized to deliver the best experience, whether you're gaming handheld or docked to a big screen. With advanced features like DLSS upscaling, real-time ray tracing, and a massive memory boost, the Switch 2 has all the ingredients to redefine what portable gaming means in 2025. Let's take a deep dive into what really makes the Switch 2 so exciting, from its internal specifications to the way it's about to transform some of our favorite titles. A custom chip engineered for gaming greatness. Unlike the first-generation Switch, which borrowed heavily from existing NVIDIA mobile tech, the Switch 2 is equipped with a chip designed specifically for it, the NVIDIA T239 SoC. This new system-on-chip architecture uses an 8-core ARM Cortex A78C processor paired with a modern GPU based on NVIDIA's Ampere architecture. This isn't just a step up, it's several generations ahead of what came before. This means users can expect massive improvements across the board. We're talking about up to 1.71 teraflops of graphical power in handheld mode and 3.072 teraflops while docked. For comparison, the original Switch only managed 0.15 and 0.39 teraflops respectively. That alone gives you an idea of just how much more power the Switch 2 brings to the table. And with the GPU boasting 1,536 CUDA cores, up from just 256 in the original, this console now has the muscle to handle much more complex scenes, higher resolutions, and better frame rates. Developers get more power and more freedom. With the original Switch, game developers had access to only 3 CPU cores. But on the Switch 2, 6 out of 8 cores are made available for game logic, physics, AI, and more. The remaining 2 cores are reserved for system processes, allowing smoother multitasking and efficient background management. This kind of flexibility gives developers the room to create more ambitious games that would have never been possible on the older hardware. But that's not all. DLSS support is now built in. This is NVIDIA's deep learning-based upscaling technology, and it's a game changer. By using AI to generate higher resolution frames from lower resolution inputs, DLSS lets games run more efficiently while still looking visually crisp and detailed. This is especially vital for handheld gaming, where battery efficiency is key. High frame rates no longer need to come at the cost of blurry textures or pixelated edges. Real-time ray tracing comes to the Switch. Another big headline feature is real-time ray tracing. That's right, the same lighting technology you see on top-tier PCs and consoles is now part of the Switch 2 experience. With rated bandwidths of up to 10 gigabytes per second in handheld mode and 20 gigabytes per second while docked, this hardware can realistically render reflections, shadows, and global illumination like never before on a Nintendo device. We haven't seen extensive ray-traced gameplay footage yet, but the foundation is here. Expect future titles and remasters to leverage this tech as developers get comfortable working with it. Steam Deck versus Switch 2, not just a numbers game. The Steam Deck has proven to be a strong handheld competitor, but the Switch 2 is shaping up to deliver not only comparable performance, but smarter optimization. The custom software support and dedicated patches mean games will be built with the Switch 2's strengths in mind. Even when the raw teraflop count doesn't tell the whole story, optimized titles with DLSS support give Nintendo the edge in real-world gameplay. We're seeing clearer image quality and better battery use, not just brute force. Upgraded classics shine with new life. The difference in visual clarity between Switch 1 and Switch 2 titles is stark. Early comparisons of Pokémon Scarlet and Violet show massive improvements. Smooth edges, sharper grass textures, better lighting, and more detailed character models. Likewise, Hogwarts Legacy runs dramatically better on the Switch 2. With reduced load times, increased draw distances, and denser environments, the experience is so improved that it feels like a remake rather than a patch. And if you've already started the game on the original Switch, the carryover of save data makes upgrading totally worth it. We're also expecting more titles to receive Switch 2 enhancement patches. Nintendo hasn't released a full list yet, but confirmed games are already receiving substantial overhauls. Storage expectations and game sizes. Games designed for the Switch 2 are bigger in scope and scale, which means they take up more space. Titles range from under 500 megabytes to over 50 gigabytes in size. Cyberpunk 2077 alone weighs in at 56 gigabytes. This is pushing the boundaries of what a Switch cartridge can hold. That's why Nintendo is reportedly introducing 64 gigabytes game cards as the new maximum. Anything beyond that may require a partial download. For gamers planning to go digital, a high-capacity microSD card will be essential from day one. Red Dead Redemption 2 and more incoming. Another exciting possibility is Red Dead Redemption 2 launching for the Switch 2. Insiders with ties to Rockstar Games have confirmed development is underway with a targeted release window later this year. Given that the game already runs decently on the Steam Deck, expectations are high for a polished experience on Nintendo's hardware. This would mark a huge win for fans of open-world gaming on the go, the missing VRR puzzle piece. Despite all the performance enhancements, there's one notable omission: VRR, or variable refresh rate. Unfortunately, the Switch 2 doesn't support this feature when connected to external displays. That means screen tearing and frame stutter might still happen on certain TVs if a game fails to maintain a locked frame rate. Still, thanks to increased horsepower and features like DLSS, most games should run smoothly enough to make this a non-issue for the majority of players. Titles targeting 40 FPS or more may still exhibit minor stutters on TVs without VRR support, but for handheld gaming, the issue all but disappears. Final thoughts. Switch 2 is the upgrade we needed. The Nintendo Switch 2 isn't just an iterative improvement. It's a full-on generational leap, bringing Nintendo back into the high-performance game without sacrificing its hybrid DNA. With a custom NVIDIA chip, AI-powered upscaling, ray tracing support, and modern memory specs, this console is built for longevity. Older games will feel new again, and newer titles are set to raise the bar. If you've been waiting for Nintendo to deliver a console that can truly go toe-to-toe with modern systems, this is it. And it's only a matter of weeks before we get hands-on confirmation of everything that's been rumored. This is Technology Review, and we'll be keeping you posted with the latest Switch 2 updates as they break. Subscribe and stay tuned, because the best of Nintendo is still ahead.